currently in session, where reports will be delivered by members of the working committee who were deployed in all the 11 regions of this province about the state of organization, and the NWC will reflect on the reports and chart the way forward in terms of working and strengthening the Provincial Executive Committee in building a strong African National Congress in KwaZulu-Natal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, colleagues. Goge, you are happy?
From ANC, perhaps just to get a comment from you, Secretary General and the Provincial Secretary. I'm sure you've been hearing these reports, rumors that there are moves to disband the PEC in KwaZulu-Natal. Can you put those reports to rest, please? Is that what the NWC will be considering based on the reports that it will get? Is that something that is being discussed or not?
Well, I can't comment on that at the present moment. From where I was deployed in eThekwini, something like that did not arise from the structures on the ground. The preoccupation here is how we lost and what needs to be done in the province. I cannot comment about disbandment, as disbandment is not the preoccupation of our visit. There might be others who wish for that, but you don't build by disbanding. There are important things that needs to be done to strengthen this province. First, with a proper understanding and a diagnosis of what actually happened in this province, from the point of view of the elections, why we lost so many people, why people did not come out and vote in their numbers. KwaZulu-Natal registered the highest turnout in terms of the national elections. I think 58.2% overall percentage come from this particular province. And largely that number went to Jacob Zuma party in KZN. So we need a deep stick analysis about not what happened, we know what happened, deep stick analysis about why things turn out in that particular way politically. And that's what we're about. So there's no preoccupation on the part of the NWC about the disbandment of structures and the PEC in particular.
SABC?
From the SABC. Mine SG would be, have you done an assessment of your branches in the province? What is left of your branches? Our understanding is that in some areas people have left. They've left, joined the MK party in the most, joined other political formations as well. Part of your assessment, how many branches do you still have that are actively now where you still have members?
Well, we are in session now to look into that. And there will be no hesitation on the part of the National Working Committee to intervene where there's depletion. Depletion in terms of membership, people departing, and also in terms of people, you know, having left the organization to other parties and all of that. So we need to deal with that. And where necessary, there will be steps that will be taken to rescue the situation. We need real ANC people who love the organization to lead the organization. And that's what is important. And this election have now paved the way for us to be decisive so that we don't sit with sleepers here of other political parties in our ranks. Where there's no branch, we'll establish WTTs, we'll establish new structures, and that will happen at the branch level, at the regional level. And that's what is going to happen.
You expelled Jacob Zuma, SG, that was your main focus, but what about the many other leaders of the ANC who also left Umkhonto we Sizwe? What about expulsion?
We didn't have to expel anyone. They have left. Jacob Zuma claimed membership of 2 parties, and that is why he was expelled. So if he left and went to form his own party called Jacob Zuma Maibu Kwamanje, a political party, there will be no issue and there will be no hassle. And we are battling with Zuma in courts about the trademark Umkhonto we Sizwe. And we hope to win at the end of the day. We have won the first round of appeal to the Supreme Court, and we are going there because Umkhonto we Sizwe is our trademark, registered trademark of the African National Congress, and we'll be able to prove that to the courts. In the context of the trademark law in the country, the patent rights and all of that, Umkhonto we Sizwe belong to the ANC. So we are very clear about Jacob Zuma, so we didn't have to expel him. We had to act because he has violated the ANC constitution as a member of the ANC. And the DC have found against him. So that's it.
Goge, parting shot.
2026 is around the corner, 2029 is around the corner. You need to do a lot of political work to reclaim lost political ground. How do you plan to bounce back practically? Because history shows that in the event where the ANC has reduced its majority, it's difficult to bounce back. How do you plan to navigate around these challenging political times for 2026 and 2029? To the Provincial Secretary of the ANC in KZN, you know what is wrong in the province. Are you happy with the state and the status of your branches?
You want to answer?
No, thanks. I remember Spamandla is that as SG is saying, we are currently doing a deep analysis on the state of branches. Of course, you will trace it back, the issue of branch paralysis. In KZN, if you have been here, you will know that where we see the state of paralysis of branches, where the equipment of gatekeeping, of violence in meetings started around 2011, where during the preparation for local government selection process, we lost a lot of comrades who were fighting in meetings, and that has not gone a little bit down. But I think you would appreciate that in KZN, there's a little bit of stability now than before. You remember that after 2017 conference, when the NWC and the NEC will come here, in every region, they will have people who are doing outside, past outside and all that. But now that has gone down. That means we are regaining the ground and all that. We do believe that we still get people who are very committed to the ideals of the African National Congress. And then we'll build upon that, and then we'll come back stronger. And also, it's not entirely true. I think it's only about the Western Cape. It's not entirely true that when the ANC go down, it never comes back. I just want to remind you that at one point in KwaZulu-Natal, we lost Mandela municipality to the IFP, but we did came strong. It's not entirely true that we never come back when we lose.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think we lost KZN right from the beginning in 1994 under Nelson Mandela, and we did come back. The only thing for us is to understand what went wrong for us to lose this majority, and I think we know what went wrong. Jacob Zuma formed a political party and challenged the ANC and won the majority in the province. And the numbers that he got, it was the ANC constituency in the main. And we know that's what went wrong in KZN in particular. In the country, the ANC will bounce back very strong. We're resolving people's issues. That's what is important. As the economy grows and we do what we said we'll do in the manifesto, that will restore the confidence of the people on the ANC. As the renewal program of the ANC heightens, the people will gain confidence in the African National Congress. And that's what is important for us as a party. Our being here in the first place is to ensure that we hit the ground running. We've seriously lost ground in KwaZulu-Natal because of Jacob Zuma, and we need to reclaim that lost ground here in this province. And this is exactly what we're doing now. And from this meeting, there will be a rolling program of action in the province, governance, as well as building and rebuilding structures of the organization. This is not the time to squabble and finger pointing. This is the time to understand what went wrong and how we reclaim the lost ground. And this is what is important for us. We did go down, we came back, and came back very strong. But it's not a guarantee that we'll ever come back. You might be right that we may not come back. It's gonna depend on what we're gonna do as a party. As we're struggling to come back in the Western Cape, like you can see. But nonetheless, we're confident that we will come back. We've got energy, we've got foresight to understand the problem and how to tackle it. That's what is important. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, colleagues. Thank
Is
you.
it a GNU or a coalition? Is it a GNU or a coalition?
A coalition and a GNU is a coming together of